if you missed last year's contest, it was the biggest contest ever held. Very possibly the best. And we don't know what's in store for us yet, but we're ready to roll out to Old Pennsylvania. And this looks like it's going to become a yearly tradition for us. So we hope you'll join us, and we're sure you'll have fun. You gotta have fun. It's Brodak's. How can you not have fun? Now, in case you missed last year's meet, we have it all on video. We have the year before that on video. We have everything on video. If you haven't checked out our website, hey, look up the new stuff, wendyertnowski.com. So without further ado, let's get the car loaded. Let's get packed. Feed the fish, feed the birds. Let's get ready to roll out the Brodak's. We spent the whole winter making this full carbon fiber fuselage semi-scale Miss Ashley Reno Air Racer. We've had it, we've got some flying on it, but we really want to bring it out to Brodak's and show it off. This is going to be hopefully one of the nicest contests of the year. In my case, it's probably the nicest. We really do enjoy every minute of the time we spend out at John Brodak's. He puts out an effort second to none to make everybody feel welcome and happy. And everybody generally leaves there with a smile on their face. As you may or may not know, we've shot over 700 master videos in the last 13 years. The last 3 years of Brodak's, the last 12 years of Nationals, the last 12 years of team trials, among others, and construction videos. And virtually every step of this plane's construction, development, flight trimming, and competition is on a video. It's real handy information. We try to make the videos fun to watch, and we hope that you'll enjoy the videos. Please keep in mind all our videos. We try to do them with a real sense of humor, because this is really a fun hobby. Happen to hear in the background something that offends you, something like, hey, Wendy looks like he gained about 20 pounds or something like that. Keep in mind, we do not edit these videos. We try to represent the world of control line stunt, the world of model aviation, as it really happens. I think I'm making this up, but this is the roof of my house, and we are so glad. Mike, I am so glad. Are you ready to go to Brodak's? Holy mackerel, this is the roof of it. We've spent, it seems like forever working on this. But we're ready to say goodbye to the dumpster.
That's it.
Say goodbye, dumpster. And we had a tragedy over the winter. We lost all our koi, but we do have some baby fish in the pond. And one of the things I know the video people that seem to enjoy watching the Wendy videos endlessly is the progress of all our fish and birds and things that we've enjoyed doing. But believe me when I tell you, being at Brodak's is the high point of our year. We do the final pack and leave. I gotta tell you something funny. We rescued this bird recently, this little bird. We don't even know what kind of bird he is. He's a hungry bird. He's since become known as Brodak bird. And one of the major problems of going out to Brodak's this year was finding a babysitter for him. Yeah, we know.
Tastes like chicken, huh?
Anyway, Brodak bird here. He's become part of the shop. You can see I made him a little carbon fiber perch. And boy, oh boy, has he been fun. Everybody that visits the shop is just wanting to play with this bird. But the problem is, as with all cute little things, we can't take him to Brodak's. And I'm going to miss him while I'm gone. Now, come on, get up on it. Come on, get up there. Say goodbye to people. We're all going to Brodak's. We're packing a car. Goodbye, Buzz. Goodbye, Wendy. Goodbye. Now go out there and have fun, and leave me with the babysitter, huh? It's true. Don't you bite me. Now one of the things, you know, this is true, I have to do, if you've ever had a baby bird, at the end of every feeding, you have to clean him with a Q-tips, because he gets all dirty eating. Oh yeah, just fall asleep in my hands here. Anyway, we're about an hour away from leaving. We've had a lot of rain lately, so we haven't had really any time to practice, but we've had good company with Brodak Bird. So Brodak Bird, say goodbye. The van is loaded. You're going to the babysitter. And I don't want to come back and find out you've gained weight and you know how to fly. See, he doesn't know how to fly it. He likes doing this. In fact, when I'm over on a computer doing my email, what he does, he sits on my wristwatch while I'm doing computer work. Anyway, we're going to be back. Baby, we'll be back in 5 days. I know you'll miss me. Oh, Brodak Bird. Now, if you'd like a Brodak Bird, Brodak is going to kit this bird with Purdue chicken parts, I think. I don't know. He's cute, though. We're off. He's bored. Get ready to leave with the car packed. There's only one thing. It looks like it's going to pour rain. Oh, please, let's have good weather. Well, so far the Brodak gods have blessed us with very little rain, a lot of fog, not a bad trip. And every year when we come out this way, one of the things we always look forward to is going through the tunnels. These are some of the few tunnels in the world where it rains inside the tunnel. Fog on top of the mountains, Jack. So far, no rain. Let's see if we're going to be blessed this weekend. Well, it's not raining inside the tunnel this year. Can you imagine? I spoke too soon. It is raining in the tunnel, but it's raining just a little bit. How many tunnels in the world does it rain in? Look at this. Unbelievable. Last year, if I remember right, it was raining like there was no tomorrow inside the tunnel. Anyway, we're really hoping for some great weather. It has not been the best summer of all time out in the New Jersey area due to constant rain. The world's record on rainy days. Pennsylvania truly is a scenic, this time of year especially. You can see up on the clouds. We're actually up in the clouds here on top of the mountains. And it's really a nice ride out here. I like to watch road crews work on repairing roads. Pennsylvania is your kind of place. Man, this 1/3 of this trip they're repairing the roads. I guess they didn't use Brodak dope or epoxy light when they made these roads years ago. Look at these guys. I wish they could use Brodak epoxy on these roads. Man, more construction. I can't believe it. We always stop in the town of Bedford on the way to Brodak's. It's one of our favorite antiquing places, but as you can see, we're getting rained out here. I hope the weather's going to be better up in Carmichael's. Great antiquing stop if you're coming from the New York area. Are you at Bedford or what is that? It's nice.
It says in.
If you like antiques, go to Bedford, Pennsylvania. We found 2 new places today. Here, as we try to combine some antiquing with a contest, works well for us. Yeah, we made it through the rain. We made it through the... Had a major trailer truck accident, but here we are. This year, they even got a big sign for the Brodak fly-in here. Needless to say, virtually the whole motel is Brodak fly-in people. It's Wednesday night, and we're going to pack up and go down and get something to eat. We haven't really eaten. And as you pull in, there's a nice welcoming sign for the Brodak fly-in. Hey, the AMA is buying that hotel in Muncie. Maybe John should buy this hotel. Just keep it for us. You know, shut it down the rest of the year, but keep it for us. Nice place. All right, it's Thursday morning, and we're going from the hotel through the little chicanes that go into Brodak's and Carmichael's. And of course, it's beautiful country. It looks like we got a beautiful sunny day. It's a beautiful country out here. Beautiful old houses. And after 410 miles from Rutherford to Carmichael, we arrive at Mr. Brodak's house. Oh, look how many people here already. Probably got 200 people here already. Parking. Oh yeah, look at the crowd. Look, now keep in mind, this is Thursday morning. Look at the crowd they have. Just amazing. We haven't even pulled into the lot yet, and we see Jerry Phelps showing off as usual. Hey guys, what's happening?
Wendy.
Yeah, what's that?
Hey, that's my new one.
Wow, holy cow!
36 years ago. Hello, Wendy.
I wasn't even born 36 years ago.
You wish.
Yeah.
Jerry and I were kids.
Thanks for the email.
We made no problem. Let's see that. Holy mackerel! I didn't know you were that cool, or I would have emailed you more often.
Oh, yeah. I got the picture of my Expo crank.
Yeah. You got one with you?
If you used the Expo crank,
I would have won the match,
you wouldn't be in
right?
5, you wouldn't be in 5th place.
I like 5th place.
I mean it. I'm serious.
You got an Expo crank with you? We can.
I have one with me.
Oh, good.
I have one with me.
Larry Cunningham makes me crazy. All he wants to do is mold an Expo crank.
I know it. And
I
he's
keep
going
telling
ahead
him
with it.
Yeah, good. Okay, I sent him a lot of stuff, molding rubber and everything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'd like to see how it works.
I flew this 36 years ago.
Wow.
It didn't square real good because I didn't have this part. My lead-outs came out here.
Yeah,
It didn't have enough stability. You know what I mean? On the quick turns.
It's a cool looking plane. Wow.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I love the pilot.
2 years to build, though. I've been busy with other things. So.
Not me. I've been putting a roof on my house. It hasn't taken me more than 2,000 man-hours.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so much fun.
Yeah. Hey, see you, Ron.
See you down here.
Okay.
Oh, let's see who else is. Uh-oh. Look. This looks like a shady operation here. I don't know if we should even stop here.
Oh, no.
Guys with tattoos and earrings. Hey! What's up? And the amazing, where's the military outfit?
Hey, man, we brought the military people with us.
You know what I love?
McLean.
Listen to this. You see these new commercials for joining the Army?
Yeah.
They make it look like so much fun. I just feel like joining myself. Join the Army and see how much fun it is, pal. It ain't go-go bars and late nights. It's none of that.
Oh, man.
See you down there. Hey, Brookins.
I do, Wendy.
You got all the stuff to do the demo?
Well, I didn't bring it.
No, a clean shirt is what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah,
the pajamas?
It may not be clean by the end of the day.
Oh, I hope so. All right, see you down there. Oh, here's the king. The Paul Walker of old-time ignition stunt, Doug Benedetti. Ignition King, how you doing?
Just getting in now?
Nah, we were in last night, but
Okay.
we were fatigued from making out wedding invitations the whole day before. Back in old Napoli, that's amore. Let's see if we can park in the shade here. I don't want to have the van be 1,000. Let's spin around. Look at how many people here. See if we can run Tom Morris over here. Hey, old guy. What's happening?
How you doing?
You got all your stuff here?
Yes, I do.
You got all those builder planes? Maybe you could build one for me on
While you wait.
Yeah.
You got 100 front ends. You can choose whatever grain you want.
Let's park in the shade. You know, it would make sense to park in the shade.
Here's the line over here, your mom.
You know what I'll do? I'll pull right over here. Hey, Mikey! Now this will be real, nice and shady.
This is smart. It's very smart.
Yeah, very smart. See, when you beat up Brodak, the first thing you find is park in the shade. Last year, what do they call that? What's the name of the plane?
What's the little Mo?
15,000 square inches. I heard Tom Dixon had a fire in his house.
I didn't know that.
Wow. Is he here? Did you see him?
He's on the entry sheets, but I haven't seen him myself.
He must really want to win. His house is on fire and he comes to Brodak's.
You here yesterday?
Last night. Let's see if you know what you're doing.
Hey, what's up, pretty lady?
Hey, how are you?
Well, look at these. He's got the plastic. Everybody's got the. I'm the only one in the world that still doesn't have. I can't afford plastic bags. Put it out in the sun. Let's have a little show and tell. Come on, you could be the first one. The first No, get in the picture. Come on, Tina, you gotta learn. Do you think, how many guys are watching this video? Think they want to see his face? Okay, let's hear about it. When you're on camera, you have to say something.
I didn't know I'm on camera.
Hit him with the hat, Tina.
I didn't know I'm on camera.
Okay.
Plane is my own design.
Okay.
Super Quickie. It's the third generation of Quickies. The first two were 40 profiles. This is a larger version, incorporating longer tail moment. 58-inch wingspan, flying weight probably about 57 ounces or so. Powered by Super Tiger, as it clearly says here.
And you're sponsored by Super Tiger. They give you the motors for free, right? Just like they give them to me.
Sponsored by Aeroshell.
Okay.
So,
always save the Aeroshell decal for where the paint, where you buff through and you can't see there's a mistake. Guys like me don't know that there's something under that.
And me.
He admits it too. Look, he's got a mistake. Oh, God.
That was my mistake. Amateur taper.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it looks real nice.
But I did the pilot, and the pilot turned out great.
Let's see the little pilot.
He's got eyes.
Little pilot for his head.
He's got eyes. Oh, he'll never be able to fly. Let's see the little... George, eat your heart out. There's a guy coming here that makes pilots, and I thought he's going to bring some up here.
Okay.
He's looking to mold them. George Eno is his name. Really nice. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. What class are you flying in?
I'm flying Profile Expert, and PAMP I'm flying Advanced.
Okay. Great. Fantastic. I like the shirts, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
That's really... Get together here. Let's have like a honeymoon shot. Who paid for the shirts?
My mom, man.
Okay, the truth comes out. Yeah, that's nice. So what are you doing? Trying to stick pins in Miss Ashley? I'm going to steal it. Oh, steal it. Hey, man.
Nice, Wendy.
Thanks. Where's yours?
Still in the car.
Oh, take it out, man. Come on, it's interview time. You want to be famous? You want this guy to steal the whole spotlight here? Oh, look at this. Oh! What's happening, guys? Look at that shirt. Stay in the sun so we can see the shirt. Oh. Steelman shirts. Yeah, it is. I've heard you could wash them once in a while. Of course, you're not going to go with that tradition. Isn't that the same one he had on last year? And the first plane we see in the air is Tom McLean flying his Crusader, Harold Price. Oh, look at that wing shape. Tom McLean of Virginia. Well, we're going to try to maunder around. Now, keep in mind, the objective here is to try to include everybody and get as many flights as we can. We're trying to make some kind of a documented copy of what really happened here. Try to get some interviews. We're going to try to do it in a very fun manner. So certainly if we offend somebody with some off-color humor about South Carolina or New Jersey or what country your ancestors came from, well, we're sorry ahead of time. But anyway, let's go over and see what's happening. They're all flying. Let the games begin. The Brodak Fly-In 2000 is officially underway. Now obviously today one of the things is to have an old-time stunt. And we're going to try to get from circle to circle to circle, of course. And again, try to include and get as much. Obviously we can't get every flight, every person eating a hot dog, but we certainly try to include everybody. That's one of our prime objectives. And if for some reason, somehow we managed to leave you off of the video, my apologies. Okay, the games have begun. Brodak 2000 is now an official event. The weather's perfect.
Good morning.
Where's that big guy? I heard you still got that big guy here?
Oh, that's my friend, Roy Francis.
Well, I saw it's here.
My little Mo went to the big hangar in the sky.
The big hangar in the sky? Rusty, good to see you there.
I'm glad you can see me.
That is a nice loud pink.
Do you like to see the bottom too?
Absolutely. Oh, Rusty, this is a family show. You gotta understand.
And you don't.
Children watch this video.
You don't edit anything either.
That's right. We don't edit anything. You want edited videos? Buy them somewhere else. This is how it is. And these guys, look. Let's see his head. Look. You don't see that on other videos. Oh man, what a day you got here. Ay, ay, ay. I'm so impressed. Brodak must have went to church. Hey! Brodak dog, Brodak dog. 200 entries in all time. Oh man. What's happening, big guy? Good. Can't never shake. Uh-oh, somebody just whacked the flag. Something going. Everybody? Okay.
If you need help, just let me know.
Right there, so. What does he get? Why can't you have more respect for the event?
We gotta wait.
I heard you're gonna slam dunk Bob Palmer later. Is that true?
Yeah.
Let's throw him in the pool. See if he can swim. Poop, poop. Better yet, let's steal George's cigarettes. You want to really see somebody go wild?
Wendy, if we don't
Say hello.
David Meyer,
Hey, Dave.
we are so glad you beat the devil.
Look at this.
We are so glad. Yes.
You guys don't know, I used to play hockey.
Us Avalanche fans.
Kick their ass,
We
boy.
are so glad.
Bob Gieske is going to choke me to death.
Hey, where did those devils come from to begin with?
Colorado. Ramu came from Colorado. You guys think I don't know about hockey, huh? I don't know a blue line from a
all
yellow.
the good stuff out and buy
That's
all the
right.
crap. We got money to buy has-been.
Oh, man. Hey, I was there 2 years ago when they flew the Stanley Cup in by helicopter. Over the people were just going wild. Actually, the party was yesterday. Go over and see what's. Look at this. There's just planes as far as the eye can see. All right, we have a special guest here, I've been told. He's trying to ignore me. You're trying to ignore me. Holy cow, it's windy. Hey.
How are you?
Did you fly already?
Yeah, but I already packed the airplane.
Oh.
What the heck? I'm learning. I told Tom, I said, hey, I'm not even going to go out. And he said, no.
Tell everybody who you are. This is the guy that wrote the now famous We Watch Windy videos in Bosnia.
Bosnia. That's exactly right.
Oh, man.
I won't fix that. Won't take anything. Hey, I built it with my hands. I can fix it with my hands.
Hey. God has sent you a crash. God can take it away.
I'll fix it up.
All right. Good.
Meet you in person.
Great. Hey, we'll hang out later once I get my work done for the day. These guys think they're here to have fun. I'm here to make money. This is strictly big bucks to me.
All right, gotta roll here.
All right. Hey, my wife wants to say hello to you too. She's down in the tent. She typed that thing that you sent in. No, but you gotta send it in all, typed up and everything. Yeah. Anyway, we'll walk the line on this circle. Of course, there's 7 circles here we gotta walk, so we gotta get busy. Now, if you were here, you'll be on this tape somewhere, and if you weren't, the idea is that maybe you could pretend you were here.
Oh, I thought you said you were out there.
The next best thing.
Look at all these suck ringmasters here.
Oh, I would kick his ass.
Suck ringmasters everywhere.
What's the name of that play? Mad Men? I would get decals right now. Mad Men suck.
Who's the magic marker?
You know, you could take, if you had a little, right underneath where it is, because he wouldn't even see it. He's half blind anyway. Rusty, they're talking about you. Oh, look at this guy. Wild. Wow. Look at some wild stuff going on here. Poor Rusty. They're giving Rusty a hard time already. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know, In 1982, I was the national old-time champion flying a ringmaster. So, Rusty, we're not friends anymore, Rusty. And you better take that off your plane. No, a lot of nice planes here today. And boy, there's carloads of them coming in. More coming in every 5 minutes. Ever been to a Brodak fly-in? It's absolutely it's like Daytona Beach is to Harleys, and or what Mardi Gras is to New Orleans. I don't know. This is Pennsylvania's answer to Mardi Gras. Anyway, look at the nice dihedral in this. Rusty, I'm not impressed, Rusty. That was in very poor taste, since I'm a ringmaster, owner, pilot. I don't know if Rusty should be accommodated in this video. Now here's a thought for the day. Imagine if John Misk had never invented old-time stunt, if Mike Cavell had never invented nostalgia. I mean, how much poorer we'd all be. On a serious note here, hey, you think these people deserve a little recognition? I do. Yeah, just try to picture this event. Take out all the old-time planes, all the nostalgia planes. Hey, you've got to figure how many people here. This is one of the things they really enjoy, and I'll personally say thanks to John Misk and Mike Cavell myself. So I'd find them sooner. Well, did you fly yet?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Did you get any flights?
Yeah, 2.
Stephen, what shall we call him? Stephen Airbag McBride? What's his new nickname, Ruben? Lucky. L-A-S. Because he's got a devil's shirt, I got a devil's hat. I didn't know you played hockey. You a big hockey player like me?
I'm out.
Big hockey player. When I was in high school, I'd throw snowballs at everybody. Ruben said down at Modell's they were selling Dallas Stars hats for a fourth of the price of one. I don't know if that's true or not. Everybody's a hockey fan here. The truth. He made it. They let you out of jail, or what happened? Did you get the, I sent you the letter with the front of the, you new playing here?
No.
No! Oh, you ain't being on my video. Now you may think what the hell in Oklahoma all they have is go-go bars, but no. Looky, it's D Hill. Hey! Hey! What do you got for us? What's in the bag?
See this?
What?
I thought these were cheap, trashy glasses till I saw Larry Scrinzi wear them, and you know how much money Larry's got.
Zero.
First class all the way. You'd never know about Larry.
You know what we do to Larry? We put an X on the back of his pants, and then we see how many days in a row he wears the pants. So far he ain't changed them, so we don't.
He's got the same shirt he's always wore since I met him.
No, he says he has 10 that are the same, but we put an X on. Right in the corner there's an X. You look and see.
I'm gonna look.
And McDonald's went out of business from him with the paper towels. Out of business. They're out.
He gets, every motel he goes to, he gets all their envelopes and all the writing paper. And he gave Ruby a gift when he came through on the way to VSC. He gave her toilet paper and a towel.
A towel that said Motel 8 or so.
No, they're blank motels. He's smarter than that.
Oh, that's Larry, all right.
That's Larry.
Here's Bob Hunt busy picking up chicks. Oh, it's Sandy Bruce. Caught on video. Harry Niles getting in an official flight here. He's as far as I know, a combat flyer. Now look, in case you... Oh, well, who set that needle valve? Oh. What we're talking about is people that have driven over their own planes. Now what we're trying to do, let's set the stage. Bob Hunt's driving around on this little vehicle. We want to get a plane that's already wrecked and put it under his front tire. And holler like hell at him for running over the front. So he's driving around with wild abandon. Let me tell you what we were going to do. We were going to find a plane that's already been wrecked and put it under your front tire and talk to you. Then on video say, I'll see you later, Bob.
My buddies.
All right, Marie, finish the story. This is what people come to Brodak's to hear. Who ran over Hunt's plane? No, Hunt ran over his own plane. Oh, you're so bad. So your old man ran over his own plane? Oh.
No. He didn't run over his own plane. Mom accidentally sat on one of his planes.
Oh, Jesus.
Dad had gotten the airplane ready for finishing, and he had
What did the lawyer say about this?
Shepherd's property.
And he put it in the bedroom on the bed, and the room was dark, and it was at night, and Mom was tired.
She came in and jumped on the bed.
She went in to lay down because she wasn't feeling well, and
Karen's
she
got to hear this.
sat right on top of the airplane.
Oh my God! Even I've never done that.
She's in a break version, but she did stay in a holiday inmate program.
And they think she'll recover from the mad beating she got with a tune pipe. Oh man! We had the people one day by the scale circle telling stories about, I think it was Bob Gildini, I can't remember. Oh, they were coming out of the woodwork, he did this, he did that, he did it. And I went over and confronted him with, that never happened. Bob, you got witnesses.
So people tell stories.
By the way, people are flying planes here, mysteriously enough. There are people flying. They're having so much fun it doesn't even matter. Oh. And to avoid controversy this year, there will be no judging. It's just who Bob Hunt can run over with the go-kart. the last person standing, the survivor of Brodak. See, that's Bob's got a new event. You put everybody out in a circle and he chases them with a go-kart. And the last one standing is the winner. You get the Walker Cup for the year.
Demolition.
Oh man, demolition derby. I'm not having any fun. Karen's probably going to be mad as hell at me. We spent the whole day yesterday antiquing in Bedford. Oh, I shouldn't have stayed up so late. Hey, about you buffing out the plane with the big drill on a kitchen table.
You're the one I bought 50 cheeses. That was my best plane.
Yeah, it was. We want to get a plane and put it under Hunt's, that thing he drives around, and let him drive over it. The plane's already ready.
One of his Tucker specials?
Yeah, both of them, one under each wheel. 4-wheel drive Tucker special.
You're bad.
Oh man.
Well, the Tucker didn't have a good history to start with. If you're talking about the car, so.
Oh man. Trying to come up with mean things to do to Bob Hunt here. It's not taking long to get about 6 people in line with potential things to do to him. Uh-oh, he's coming back.
We should each tell him the one story, you know.
Okay, we're gonna have instead of a demo. No. You know, instead of this is baloney. Instead of a demo on Brodak Dope, we have the best Bob Hunt story. Let's put it on a bulletin board. Get an ink marker. The best Bob Hunt story will get a free ride around the parking lot in this little car. Hey, Sandy. Okay. Listen, here's what I want you to arrange for me, because I know you have the power. See, this is Sandy Bruce. Listen, we want to do a joke on Bob Hunt. Now, what we want to do is get a wrecked plane out of John's inventory, and I'm going to talk to him, and when he's not looking, we put the plane under the front wheel of his car.
What a good idea.
Larry, isn't this Christian of me?
This is great.
And then you go over, like, rub his little belly a little bit. You know, he's easy. At his age, anything's a thrill. You tickle his ear, it's a thrill.
Hi, I'm Robert Redford.
And when he drives over it, we'll have it on video.
Okay.
That's the whole deal.
That makes the trip worthwhile. We'll have to do that.
Now, we got to go over, because I got to get this Bob Palmer story straight. I heard Bob Palmer's here. Larry was at his house. Larry gave me Larry's version. Now, I'm going to give Bob Larry's version. I'm going to get the truth out of this guy if I have to squeeze him with a tomato puller.
He's right over with.
I'm going to go get him.
How you doing?
Hey, tell him first thing we got to do is check in with the women. Women are king, or queens. Okay, ladies. It's Heidi McBride with her Elvis shirt on. My wife with, well, I don't know what she's wearing today. The women of the South. I'll just leave it. Playboy's Women of the South.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man. Hey, let's go see what's going on over here. Are you Bob Palmer?
Right.
I'm Wendy Ertnowski. How are you? Can I sit down here and talk to you?
Sure can.
Okay, this is on camera, so don't tell me anything you don't want George Aldrich to know. Because George's been telling me a lot of things about you. See, I never met you before, but I know who you are. You're the man that designed the Nobler, right?
Yeah.
and he thinks he knows about forget about it. What he knows you can put on the head of a pin. You're the man, I heard years ago. Are you the one that's going to buy one of these videos? He don't buy squat, this guy. You're going to start it off. The English, they lost the war. Send them back in canoes. Hey, Paul.
I'm okay, how are you?
Limey's arrived. Where's Roger?
How are you, Joe? Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Where's Roger? You made him drive the car?
Do the thing with the ghost. Do the thing with the ghost. Go.
Well, you the one on the camera last year at the Nap. You run his camera right back.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. What's the English national anthem? What's the English national anthem? We should play it while these guys are coming on.
How are you?
We said about them over breakfast.
A couple of years ago with all that rain. We didn't get to fly, but we got to visit.
Okay.
What the hell's this all about?
This has been the longest trial we've had together since 1950s, early 50s.
No, that's what it's all about.
You're 1,800 miles apart. That's part of the game, you know?
I think what Brodak ought to do is build a retirement home out in the field, and then when the guys quit working, you just retire here. You don't need any contest.
It's nice and shady.
Yeah, and the pool, we could waddle over to the pool. I'm going to retire next year.
If you could import the warm weather up here in the wintertime, we'd like that.
No, I don't like that warm weather. Hey, well, we came in for a little break. Let's show off John Brodak's latest kit. This is Alan Brickhouse's Legacy. He's in the final stages of getting it ready, I guess, for the photo shoot for a box. We're going to be doing more in the shop here. We're going to try to get the demos done. Well, one night. Gordon Delaney Pathfinder. Anyway, we've been having a ball out there under the tree with Bob Palmer and George Roberts. If you were here, you wouldn't know the love that's just being exchanged by people. Come on, let's get you on a video.
How are you? Under my eye. How about that? Is that better?
That's better. Well, that's what. All right, let's see all you heroes. Hey, Peter Jackson. Hey, John. What are you guys? Look at this, guys. What did you bring one?
Under the t-shirt.
Yeah, look at it. Where's mine?
What?
You didn't bring me one.
Big enough.
We're selling inoculations against it.
Get out of here.
How much would you charge to take him and duct tape him to a tree?
Take more than a few you to do it as well.
Look at a warhawk. Oh. Stand in the sun.
Wait till I finish and then you get...
What are you selling, t-shirts?
I got t-shirts, hats,
You got any Miss Ashley shirts? Who? Miss Ashley shirt. Don't say who. That's disrespectful. I'm Miss Ashley. Do you have a Miss Ashley shirt?
I'm military, sir. I don't know
Spitfire. Oh, the cat seems impressed. The cat definitely will take a t-shirt.
Well,
Heck, I think he's going in your box here.
died and gone to heaven.
Wow.
Big letter box.
Let's see. Oh, you're going to set up like a display.
Yeah, I'm just getting...
All right. We'll definitely buy a shirt. You got no problem with that.
I just wanted him to see that Spitfire shirt.
Well,
If you want to sell a lot of Miss Ashley shirts, I should have brought a dozen. You could sell them.
who's Miss...
Miss Ashley.
Reno Air Racer. Terry Lovitz's Reno Air Racer is Miss Ashley. I have one shirt, but I would,
I don't do anything civilian other than a Cub and a
Listen to this guy. No civilian.
I got a GB.
Is this civilian? Oh, that's an Army plane. All right, we're going to come back and visit you when my wife lets me have some money. No, which may not happen this week, by the way.
I tried to give you some. You wouldn't take it.
Did you give it to her? Yeah.
I'm just puttering.
That money is already in an antique store in Carmichael's. She's already bought a doily or a doll or something with it. I've got this stuff. Mamma mia!
Why he drove way up here.
Wow! All these people complaining you can't buy a pre-built airplane. Look at this. You could buy the whole lot here. Just mug the guy and drive away with it. You got more in there? These all came out of this little whatever this is, a Windstar or something over here. Let's see what else we got. More Noblers. Oh, there's just stuff everywhere. We don't even know who we want to make fun of next. course, one of the prime things here is Tom Morris has set up his, there's one with a four-stroke as I speak, a four-stroke one. His amazing production line of Cavaliers.
$80,000 of debt, less than $100,000, and he's coming up on top of it. 15 years and I can
Anyway, if you want to...
He told me if I hadn't done that, he'd be lucky to
the Lincoln Log Ring.
travel on the road as it is. I get this cup like this.
There's no stealing here. No putting stuff in your pocket.
There's nothing to do!
We gotta check it.
There's no fun in anymore!
No, there's fun. Don't you worry. What's fun is you take this, put it in your pocket, don't tell Tom.
Well, I could never do that.
Hey, I got no study models down here for $2. Anybody wants to know?
I can't believe it, Paul.
Hey, Tsunami. Hey. Let's get a flight on this, boy.
We're gonna put it in.
All right. Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks good. Yeah, looks great.
Yeah, just stick some glue on it.
Have the key on the boy. Please. Well, give us a key.
If you want to.
And I'll close it.
I think he needs a good. Hey, Raj. I think he needs a good ass whipping. Is what he needs. This one right here. He needs an ass whipping.
2-1.
How you been? How's the trip?
And I've got to put this on record.
On record.
On record that Paul Winter is more tiring than the whole trip from England.
He's what?
More tiring than the whole trip from England.
Just can't you duct tape? I brought duct tape. Listen, make sure he's not around. Listen, last year we duct taped Ryan Kiefer to a tree.
Yeah, but he did
What do you say this year we duct taped Paul Winter? Who's in favor of duct taping Paul Winter? Hey! Who I hear too?
You could try. You could try.
I'll get somebody tough like Kent Tyson to do it. Let's see tomorrow. Where's your Reno Air Racer?
I've got my food in the car. Chunk.
All right. Man, it took him 30 years, but he learned how to make a paint job that doesn't look like sandpaper.
Finally put lettering on it.
Yeah, I humiliated him into doing that. That looks real nice.
It's going to be the year of the Reno Racers, I believe.
It is the year of the Reno. It's always the year of the Reno Racers. Oh, man. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Now, what the hell is this? Is this some kind of... Watch out, Hunt's going to drive over somebody here before the day's over. Turn it over, Ken. I want to see the bottom. Flip it over.
I was going to give a little tap.
Put it right on the side. I guess he's laughing. You don't know what we're doing to you on video, boy. You wouldn't be having so much fun. All right. That's the first plane he ever painted. Does that look too bad? Come on.
Pretty good to me.
For a first paint job.
Hey, contest directors aren't supposed to have fun.
That's what you think. I'd be having more fun than anybody. All right. That looks pretty good. What do you think, Ken?
I like it. I'll take you up on that. You can be CD next year.
No. You want it to be president, you do it.
No more.
Steal his tail wheel.
We're going to steal his tail wheel. Take it out. It won't matter if he scratches the bottom. This thing's dumpy anyway. Couldn't we take one elevator or something? Something that he'd know it was missing. Put it in your pocket. I thought it's a detachable tail wheel.
May have to take the tail
Just
off.
pull on it.
Oh, it ain't my airplane.
Paul won't know. Oh, actually, he did it. Truth is, this is probably his first paint job. See, and I think it's real nice. He did a nice job on the canopy. Oh, that's nice. What a job getting him to do the lettering, though. He didn't want to do the lettering on this. Oh, man. He He sends me pictures of it with no lettering.
I've seen that. He's got them in Scut News.
Oh, dump-o-matic, man. Finish the plane. I mean, that's just terrible. Yeah, get that tail wheel off of there. Don't tell him anything. I think he did a good job.
He did.
Boy, you're okay. I don't care what Roger Ladd says about you and any other guys you travel with. Tsunami lives. Yeah, Mylar.
Quarter-inch here, quarter-inch there.
Yeah, slight amount.
Yeah.
Reno Air Race Central. Look at this. Absolutely unbelievable. The Reno race. Let's get the Reno racers out there. All right. Get them all out. Group photo. Oh man, it looks good. Still looks good. I don't care what you say. Yeah, emails, 4 phones, it's ridiculous. What is this? Is this the one that doesn't whip up in a wind with low wing area? Let me see, this is the one that's got the carbon canopy?
Yeah, but what's happened there? That's what I want to know. Look, around here as well.
You didn't put enough paint on it, is what happened.
No, but why only in certain areas when all the rest of it
Because you didn't put enough paint on it.
So what you suggest?
Put another coat of purple on
Strip it down and...
Yeah, oh, the nose looks nice. That looks real good. Yeah. I'd make the wing a little bigger on the next one.
This is the carbon top.
This is the carbon fiber top that's on this Ashland. Yeah. Paint looks great. Now what? When we do the little paint demo, bring this so you can show this.
And the other thing is, when the wing goes on,
and I've seen that.
And they just get in there. It just goes in like that, yeah?
Yeah, that looks good. What is this thing here for?
That's for the other. That's for the blocker. That's the fillets. You know the ones where you pull it out and take the stopper out. Instead of having a pipe with a bung on it, it's just got an aluminium finish on it. I've taken the.
You mean an overflow?
No. That one that goes to the silencer for the pressure.
Okay.
And that one, it's got a rubber bung that goes in there with a tube on the other side of it. So you just push it home, and it's the block off. You got one for the pressure one.
Oh.
And there.
That only adds 2 ounces of weight.
Yeah.
What's this?
That's to hold the tank in. Proper way to hold the tank in. Listen, don't
this thing ain't gonna have a motor.
Next year wiser.
The motor, yeah, I've learned a lot in the past year, huh, Paul? Look, you say he wouldn't even let me Velcro. That doesn't even hold your stupid shoes on. What are you talking about?
He's got his sandals with him today. That's just to stake it. You can bolt that in.
Holding the take the cowling off. Holding the tank in with Velcro.
It sounds like a good idea.
It's very effective. It's very effective.
Ask Mike Rogers.
Excuse me.
Look at this, Mike. He's holding the motor in with Velcro.
Not a motor. We're tanking you.
He's got Velcro.
That's a
big Jim would roll over in his grave if he ever saw it.
That's Tom Lay 60, that is.
Jim Grimes?
Yeah. Those two motors. Excuse me. Those 2 motors that James sent me. Brilliant.
We're trying to have fun, old man.
Don't call me old man.
How old are you?
Younger than you.
No.
You put the tank in, it's held in with those because it's...
Paul, let me teach you something. You're supposed to complete the box.
Yeah?
This is a 3-sided box, no matter how you look at it. Don't argue with me. You're not an engineer. You're from England. You lost the war. You should be trying to learn from us. You ever hold a tank in with Velcro, Andy? You're an old timer. You know all the tricks. I never saw anybody that held a tank in with Velcro except Casminato.
I think I've seen it before, but I know it never worked.
Well, he's going to add to that tradition.
It does work.
We now have a much longer list of people.
Especially when it gets hot out and the Velcro stretches, you know.
You can't even tie your shoes with Velcro. Why don't you put a shoelace over it?
What do you have on your wheel, Paul?
What? 6.
Okay. Trying to reinvent the wheel.
That's a wicked spinner. That's what you said.
Oh, we like the spinner. Yeah. The spinner's nice. You did a nice polishing job. Yeah, like Noel Drindak told you how to do that?
No, I stuck in the lathe.
Doesn't count.
Have you got your bits for me? I've got my PTOs. Got my PTOs from the
You want me to get? You got money?
No, yeah.
Hey, watch this. Let's see the money first before you walk over the truck. I don't mean that English,
money.
that funny pink crap that you get when you're in England.
You like the chicken?
I want to hey. American money, American money. How do you like that? It's a very low wing area plane. Doesn't whip up in the wind.
That's it, yeah.
Paul, the Velcro is definitely... Is the other plane held in with Velcro?
Well, the tsunami?
Yeah.
You'll never know.
Is it... Paul, Velcro is for shoes. Let's get this straight.
Let me show you something.
You got Velcro on the back of your hat with it. Look at this. He's got a Velcro. Listen, he holds his head in. Get out of there, you wimp.
See these two? I'll show you
Mike,
the box.
we're going to duct tape him to somewhere. I don't know. No.
You're
getting duct tape.
No, you Velcro him to somewhere.
We're gonna Velcro him to a pole. Oh man, come on.
There's those two bolts. I told you that.
Yeah.
Go through the bell crank.
What happened to the guy that the whole nose flew off his plane?
He's here.
I know.
He's here. He's got his arm.
He got Velcro holding his tank in him?
Yeah.
You guys are gonna lose another war if you start one. Come on. Even Mike will like this. Velcro holding the bell crank in. Oh man. See, I've been to England. I know what goes on over there. These guys, they got Velcro. I'm afraid to fly on Virgin Atlantic again. If the English say it'll work, you better check with it. Wait, I want to see that gas tank. Don't put that away. John, do you have Velcro holding that tank in? Of course.
No. You want to look at it?
You seen it on an old video?
No, I'll take you over it. If you do what Paul's doing, I don't need it. I mean, he's the engineer of England, right?
Oh, no, he isn't. No.
Who's the worst engineer in England?
Him, yes.
Okay.
This is the model that's been repaired.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is the one that had the problem?
That had the nose come off. And we bolt it there and there now, and he's really full
I like the wee bit. He wasn't in my workshop when I did it.
Okay, well you do it then. Come on, you do it. No, it's okay now.
You know, like Lindbergh crossing the Atlantic over here.
It's the royal way.
Yeah.
Get off my model.
Yeah, well, give me a little show and tell.
Well, this is
First off, you're Peter Jackson. You're the king of England. The king of motor reworks in England.
Yeah, I'm the director of the British Model Flying Association as well, and I'm chairman of the Control Line Aerobatic Club.
The Queen's altar boy or whatever.
I judge and
a judge.
My mate.
I wonder if that's like a judge, isn't it? A judge. What the hell's a judge?
Judge. This is a White Knight, which is based on the SV12, and it's a completely take-apart model.
Pilot get a headache when you put the screwdriver in there.
Look, your shop. Who is this man?
Peter. Paul, you've had your 15 minutes of glory. Go sit in the weeds with the rodents.
I like that.
You know that show Survivor? They're looking to eat rats.
Is your car open?
Yes, it's right over there.
Right, I'm going to put these in your car.
God, Peter, when you come next time, leave him in England.
Well, it's difficult. Because they make sure they come with us, because they're all on holiday there now.
Listen, he can't hear us. We're going to duct tape him.
Oh, good.
Trust me.
We'll
John, can you hold him while we duct tape him?
We'll help you.
We're going to duct tape him. No. I got bungee cords and duct tape.
Cream. Did you bring your cream?
He got put in the car and it's in there. There it is, there.
He's got to be duct taped. I can't believe that. No, I've never seen. Actually, I saw Casminato had the tank in with Velcro on.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Have you got to take your signs off, Peter?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
No, the whole purpose of this model is...
Alright.
Seriously, it does work. You put a tank in with Velcro and he stays there.
I'll do it.
I don't care what anyone says. I'll show you.
Velcro is for hats and shoes, Paul.
No.
Jesus. Can you picture a nuclear submarine or something with the engine held in with Velcro?
Believe it or not, stranger things have happened.
Now, let's go over this again. Revolutionary War. Winner was... da-da-da-da. Loser was... Velcro. He was shooting Velcro bullets.
It's a long time ago.
Let me see that. No, let me look up close.
Well, demonstrate it. Got a good light?
Yeah, we got plenty of light. You show Mike Rogers. He's always looking for great ways to upgrade his building.
There you go.
All right, let's see. Yours is
This is the Velcro.
Okay.
You can adjust the height of the tank by taking the Velcro off. It's held in with foam so it doesn't move, and there's a central position here, rear position there, and we can adjust the height very easily. And it doesn't come out. And you can't move it, can you, Windy?
Windy has learned. My next plane will be Velcro.
Okay.
In case there's another war, though, you don't mind supporting us with the...
Well, I thought we always did. We provide all the engineers to do the job, don't
if
we?
Saddam attacks us or something. Oh, man. We got to get Paul duct tape. Listen to this. Who's the strongest Brit? None of them. John probably is.
We'll help out easily.
No, we're going to duct tape him, man. Wait, when it's
try.
You're
in for 24 hours.
Oh,
Get
the mouth.
The longest back crossstring was that.
Paul, you don't mind if we duct tape you later.
You could try.
No, try. I have an army. See, you're stupid. You were here alone. I have an army.
Yeah, I know.
This is important too. This is called bottle top technology.
Bottle top?
Bottle top technology.
You'll run Windy right out of business. I can see his customers leaving by the thousand.
Oh, yeah. Made of a
You know what? This is good. If it's a sunny day, you can take this off and put it on your nose so you don't get sunburned.
No.
No.
Silly boy.
Bottle top technology. And this is a bottle top? But that pilot must get a headache when they loosen up these screws up. Oh, man.
Look, it's all sweaty.
It's all sweaty. Are you guys going to fly or are you going to bullshit all day?
We're going to fly.
Come on, you come all the way over here. I want to see one of these tanks go fly. I want to hear a motor run. Just absolutely unbelievable.
We did it by ourselves to start with.
Wow, I'm telling you.
We could prove we're in.
Look at Paul. We got I brought a whole roll of the real good duct tape that's nylon reinforced. Come on over the car, Roger. You'll laugh. Look at him. He's eating his heart out. No. Don't even go near that plane with your Velcro dumb stuff. Get away with your Velcro. Keep your Velcro on your shoes. They call him Jerry, always comfortable in the hen house, Phelps.
I said I didn't have my pink shirt.
Oh, man.
I'm sharing
Buzz,
such apple pie recipe.
I need to use your phone around noontime to call and see if my bird is okay.
You don't need to. I have my cell.
You got the cell? Okay. I got to check. I have a baby bird that the woman's nursing back to health for me. No, not a car. We don't know what he is. He's a little yellow bird. Car ran him over and I picked him up. And I've been feeding him. He's my friend. He sits on a Windex bottle in my shop all day and poops.
You know he's going to have anxiety while you're gone, you know.
Of course he is. I got to call him and I want to hear his voice. I call him Peeps. He goes, beep, beep, beep.
This is not Saturday. She's not home.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we can't call today.
I could do that for you too, but you have to get a bigger Windex bottle.
Buzz, when are we going to get to check out your house? Now would be a good time.
Oh, you want to video?
Yeah, take us on tour. Come on. Come on, Buzz. Show us where George Aldrich sleeps. Where the cat sleeps. You know what we're going to do, Karen? We have a roll of duct tape. We're going to duct tape Paul Winter to something in the house just before they feed the food on Saturday.
Hey, Jerry's going to develop
a new invention. It's duct tape that comes in skin tones.
Our granddaughter, we decided in the car.
Oh, man.
For a lot of things.
So let me know when it's convenient. We can have the tour. You don't have to clean under the edges. I'm going to get there anyway. You know, last year's video, the high point was when we found all those little dirty spots on the carpeting.
Happy dirty
Want you to. How about a few songs, John?
Yeah.
How about Come Go With Me?
Yes, you got your sleeves on.
Oh, yeah, I'm in mode. Oh, no.
Walk across the floor.
It's okay if you drop it. Don't worry.
You know, that's the whole thing. Wait, I gotta comb my hair.
Nah.
You keep sneaking
You
up.
showman.
Hey, this thing ain't complete. Where's the streamer, man?
You want to tell that Bob Palmer story that you don't want to tell when he's around? He will never hear about it.
Oh, I ain't telling. What can't I tell you about? Hey, okay. Something point. I think 1 point with
Hey, I just noticed your shirt. You want to give one of those to George Aldrich? Oh, that's great.
I'm going to run down. I'm helping a guy with soldering a push rod together in there. Yell if you need me.
Oh, you can do that stuff. Of course I can. Of course I can. Yell at me.
I wouldn't trust his soldering jobs.
Yeah, eight cold solders.
Check the joint. Let's go. Let's back this up a little bit. Let's tell everybody who you are.
Oh, well, I'm Fred Bacco.
Okay, because there's people in Australia going to see this next week.
Oh, I see.
And they don't, you know. And now this is his invention. Okay, why don't you show on video so we can see?
Okay. What I did. Here, I'll drop these.
It's been in stunt news. It's the Expo bell crank.
Expo crank.
Expo crank. Oh, Larry Cunningham is one that's already been using these or has used them.
He was one of my most enthusiastic responders to this thing.
Okay.
And, years ago,
and pretty much you can see what's happening. The pivot point moves.
This is the push rod point right here.
Okay.
Push rod is connected there.
Right, exactly.
Okay. And this is exactly the opposite of a standard bell crank. The exponential is opposite.
Right. Okay.
The standard bell crank, the exponential, is fast in the center point
and slow at the end.
If
this is slow in the middle and fast at the ends.
This is slow in the middle and forgiving. Okay. But very fast at the end if you need it for a quick windy pull-out or something, you've got it. The exponential is forgiving and extreme at the ends. Also, you have a stroke that can be made that long from one end to the other. Okay,
okay, right.
Where you would need a bell crank that would have about an inch radius. Okay,
right.
So this has a 5/8 radius to about an inch and a quarter or so, 3/4 this way,
and you can vary this by varying this pivot.
That's right. That's right. And so what I did when I invented this, I had a bell crank, a standard bell crank with a T on a pull test curved into a U, and it was a twin-engine stunner that I smashed after I've had 33 flights in it, and I couldn't pull out of the wing over it because the bell crank was bent. And that started me making my own, because as a structural engineer, I said that T-shape is no good. It should be heavy in the center and small at the ends, because the moment is greater in the center. So I started to make them just like that without this extra piece. Then I said, wait a minute, I don't like that. It's still the same principle. The exponential is the wrong way. So then I said, well, how can I do this? So after about 3 or 4 weeks of making drawings, I came up with this. Well, after I was a chauffeur for my son, early in them days, if there were 15 flyers, I'd be in 15th place. After I experimented with this for about a year, I went to Canada and flew at a contest over there and wound up second place to Kostecki.
He's not a good flyer. He's not that good.
Well, in them days they were
I'll make sure he gets a copy of this.
In them days,
no, I know he is good.
He called me and told me.
Just kidding.
He remembers that.
Oh yeah. I'd like to fly a plane that had one of these in.
Yeah, well,
why don't we build a plane in John's garage right now? Build me a bell crank.
Okay, Wendy, loosen this one up. And then you can have this.
No, you got to put it in a plane. I'm not,
Oh, I got to build it.
Yeah, that's the way it works in the business.
Oh, I see.
You got to build a mold.
I don't sell these.
No, Larry Cunningham has already got.
You know what?
In a plane.
I have given 40 of these away to fellas all over the stunt news group. Each one of them has cost me $3 in a box of priority mail.
Yeah, so it's $6.
No, it's $3.20.
Well, how much is the material cost? Unless you're stealing. You're not stealing, are you?
Well, I buy big sheets of this here. And this is plywood here. But
if you made that out of carbon fiber, so you could make that pretty cheap.
Oh yeah. Well, Larry's going to make it.
Yeah. Oh, he's already making it, I think.
Yeah, he's already making it.
He really got stuff from me.
He and I got emails stacked back and forth. Yeah. And also we got a lot of engineering principles that we're adding on to this whole business here. Like tilting the bell crank. That's another thing. But I revealed that to the stunt world about 4 years ago, and I told Rick, I said, let's just give it to everybody. No patents on it. There may be a copyright on the drawings, but I've given...
We focus in on Mike Costello. We're going to kind of maneuver around. We're not staying in any one place long. We're still running the first round of Old Time Stunt. Weather's a little breezy, but it's hanging tough. We have just had so much fun just talking to people. Hey, hey, bada bing, bada boom! You can't imagine the amount of fun you can have. It's absolutely priceless. And if you've never been to a Brodak or a VSC, come on down. This is the essence of model aviation. And it's going to be better the next 4 days. And even though I'm trying to capture all the action, even men only here. Now, what I want to know is, they have one here, men and women. Do they go in together? I mean, why is this men only? You want to have some fun, just tear them up. If that's Mike Costello's, tear it up.
That's Gil Reedy.
Oh, no, Costello, we got to give a phony score to. Well, they're keeping score already. Oh, my God. Wind is starting to blow a little bit. John, I guess he skipped out of church early this morning. I don't know. Uh-oh, it's the matching. When's my Miss Ashley shirt? Is it being worked on as we speak?
Of course.
All right, you get your mom to make a shirt for me. I want to be the best dressed guy at Brodak's. You guys paying attention to any of these flights? Or? Totally falling asleep at the switch here.
It's really hard, you know.
You guys are bad. Whoop, 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 whoop. Knight, one of the Circle Burner regulars, on his official Old Time Stunt flight. We've just been having the best of time. Hard to describe how many things are going on here at one time. And the party hasn't even started. This is Thursday. Great job following the airplane, Wendy. Oh man, I can hear Paul Winter crying now. Anyway, we're going to kind of walk up the hill and see if those guys, these Team Velcro from England, actually we're giving them a hard time, but they're really an okay group. Roger Lads is an okay guy. I don't know about Paul. And Peter's an okay, but Paul is getting duct tape. Duct tape, duct tape. The new tradition is every year somebody gets duct tape. And if you haven't seen tape 9 of the Nat series, last year, see, Brian Kiefer has women putting eye makeup on him. It's one of the prime moments in stunt. The reason we do what we do. All right. Al Knight with an El Diablo, of course.
got exactly part of the pattern. Yippee! Whoa!
Making it.
He's doing it. Oh! All right! Yes, sir! You sissy, go for it! All right, Al. Full for cold. Heard a sad story. Mike Costello. Tell it again.
Okay, the story is that poor Mike Costello, this is the well-known Razomatic commercial.
This is winner of the Spirit of 52 award.
No. This is the special Mega Millennium Pachyderm Award. This is the super duper of pachyderm. He remembered the lines, the clips, the props, the tools, the fuel, the pump. He remembered his hat, his lunch money, all was well. He forgot the airplane. Alan and Mary Knight, in the gracious exercise of the helpful spirit of old time stunt, rescued said airplane and brought it out for Mike to fly. Mike will get his official flights.
Oh, we got to get him something.
Thereafter, no, I figured it. The Special Committee on Awards has matters in hand.
Getting breezy, Tom.
After his second official,
What's going on with this woman?
we are going to kidnap his airplane
And hide it.
It will be presented to him at the awards ceremony. I'm not going to mention any names, but the videographer is the man I'm looking at. You are on duty, sir.
Okay.
I expect you to show up
on
time, batteries charged. This opportunity must not escape our grasp.
Okay, now wait a minute. This is more important. We have two other projects. Hunt's been driving around on that thing like it's an Indy car.
There are certain safety violations that are in evidence.
We want to find a wrecked plane, and while I'm talking to him, get it under the front wheel.
There's a Jerry from Ohio cracked up a Banshee yesterday. No,
and when he drives over it, of course, I want the guy to jump up and smack him around, body slam his ass into the concrete.
No, that would be gauche. But can we cause a
we can do it, yeah.
Can we cause a certain rise in his heart rate?
He doesn't look so healthy. Maybe we shouldn't do it.
But anyway, poor Mike Costello. Poor Mike, he gets the official Razomatic.
You know what he thinks he is? You know, because he's gotten real wealthy in the last couple of years. He thinks because in his income bracket, you don't have to bring the plane. Like the Indy drivers, they fly in by helicopter.
They have trolls to do that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I like Windy to do it. Anyway.
We need some help over here.
Help.
Have some fun.
A rule interpretation, you can depend on me.
We're not real sure here.
Okay.
You know how
Find the old-time champion, you can depend on me.
the overhead eights are supposed to be done like this, inside, outside. Well, he did inside, outside.
Doesn't matter. He can enter from. Well, no, it's okay.
Ask Larry. Larry's old.
Nah.
Speaking of old and cheap, here he is.
God sake, don't ask
Right there to maneuver around.
Here. Yeah.
Boy, we're getting ready to screw somebody here.
No, it's an attempt. If he does an inside loop, it's an attempt.
I'll make you.
Right. But he did not do it in the direction in which it's presented in the arrows in the 52
You get the
rules.
minimum score for the maneuver, and you salvage your board points.
He'll fill it out.
Yes. Yeah, he attempted every maneuver.
Right.
But does he get pattern?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all we do. Thank you.
Notice how accurate these things are debated. I'm glad the death penalty is in. Well, is he alive? Yeah, put him to death, no problem.
Interestingly
Holy mackerel. Unbelievable. Anyway, the wind is really kicking up here. I don't know what's going on, but the wind is coming, baby.
has to attempt each maneuver in sequence.
I did here 2 times.
Anything intelligent going on at this circle? Should I even ask if Brookins is here?
I'm not here.
Ah!
I'm here.
What event is this? This is an old-time classic?
Beginner profile.
Classic, intermediate, profile, advanced without a carbon fiber body. What? There's so many classes here.
Skateboarding.
Why don't they just put them all in one class and draw a hat? A purple engine.
Exactly. That yellow cardinal of yours. The
Cardinal?
cardinal. Did I say cardinal?
We just have some fun, lighten up.
Cardinal. Sleepy has?
Yeah.
I had a good time with that.
You like that, huh? You could build one, bro. That's got kits for sale.
I get a commission on every kid. I get a hug and a kiss from his wife. Notice I'm getting rich. Look at the clothes I'm wearing.
I can't get into building though.
Ah, come on.
It's not the building I have problem, it's the finishing.
really have to do everything you can to keep moving.
I gotta go up to the hill and see the Brits. The Brits.
Maybe I'll see you later.
Okay, they got all their tanks held in with rubber bands or something. Now you can see where we are. We're gonna walk up to the hill. 4-stroke, huh? How's that run?
Pretty good, Wendy.
Yeah, we got one in the Red Baron right now.
I had a
What is that, a 46?
40.
A 40?
I had a 30. Saito 30 and a Cavalier just like this.
Yeah.
And it performed beautifully, but the darn valve wasn't seated. It was new engine, so I wound up going down.
We got a 4-stroke in the Red Baron already. Dan Bowie's already got it at
First place in Rome with it, but I had an engine overrun. You
just wire the throttle wide open?
No, see this set screw here?
Yeah.
That doesn't control the idle like a lot of throttles. All it does is retain this barrel. Slot in there. So you can take the screw out and turn the barrel 180 degrees so you got the complete opening in your throttle.
Okay, yeah.
And then just tighten this down like a lock screw.
Okay, cool. So you don't even have to make a Venturi. I'm out of business. Man runs me right out of business. Who told you to invent this stuff?
Before you did, huh?
Who told you to remove the running boards? Old Jimmy Durante line.
Man, can you get run so good?
These things run real good, yeah.
Mind helping me? So I got to get an official pilot.
Yeah. Hey, Hawk, somebody's already out there.
Yeah. I'm next.
Hey, you should be Joe.
Coming up Saturday. He can't get off work. He's coming though. Another 4-stroke. What is this, the 4-stroke class over here? Flight here?
Yeah.
I better stick around. I better get my reflexes tuned up. That pilot looks scared to shit, boy.
He's got his yellow glass.
Oh, please, Pete. Oh, Pete, didn't forget how to fly, Pete. Oh, Pete, please.
Your pilot's talking.
Pilot's praying. He's become a Buddhist monk in the last 10 minutes.
He's been really quiet.
Don't sit on me. Oh, God, Jesus. Don't put me on a bed anymore. I'll talk. Actually, flip over. Let me see the bottom. Looks nice.
Same thing.
About half finished.
Yeah.
Standoff stunt.
Yeah, that's fine. Just don't fly into anybody yet.
Well, then we need to tell people to stay out of this.
Yeah, we got a lot of people. Their arms and neck are too long here. They're like birds, you know. Use them for balloons.
Andy Lee said to me,
When are you going to get a flight on this?
I'm going to wait until these guys are done.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing
over here, but
I'm going to go up with the English. It's more fun. Is there any chance? Does anybody up here have a motor run yet? Have you guys? No problem.
No, it's just a little bit.
Last year you had all that trouble getting them running, right?
Just got a little bit more. I've just gone to an open exhaust just to see what it's like now. But that's doing it. This is perfect. Just wants a bit more nitro, he said. It's just a little bit down on power.
Well, you guys should already have figured this out. This is the third time you're here?
Second.
We figured it out. I mean, if you know. Wait a minute.
We're getting there anyway.
Cool. If you slam your hand in the car door, what do? Go around the other side, put your other hand in the car and see, does it work both ways?
No, you
Come
stay
on.
at home and watch the next mission.
I've had somebody say that before on a tape somewhere.
Yeah, Peter, they're giving you a hard time, Peter. See that jealousy? Jealousy sets in early in life here in the United States.
We're watching you building the wrong fuselage last night.
Yeah, I've done that.
We're watching him building the wrong fuselage last night.
Hey, that's not the first. It probably ain't the last time I'll do it either.
This is a take-apart aeroplane.
Oh, fun, aren't they? Yeah. They don't know shit about stuff, but they are fun. Nah, right there, we're having fun here. Uh-oh. All right, Andy Hiriciatis Profile Cardinal. When you're around the English guys, you'll always have fun. That's for sure.
This is good. Where are we going to eat tonight?
Wherever your credit card... Where's my money, Paul?
In my pocket.
All right, I'll take it. The interest, the meter is running. Hey, Lori. I figure $1 an hour interest by tonight, that'll be worth 100 quid. Everything in England, you go to look at the money looks like toilet paper. Everyone's the queen's upside down, one's pink, one's blue. It's like Monopoly money. You can't believe people really think that that's money. Every coin's a different size. The amazing Brodak Profile Cardinal. Mike Costello was having so much trouble loading the van. They got here and left the plane home. Forgot to bring the plane. He had to have his friends bring it. So Mike Costello, we're going to give him a special award at the little awards presentation.
Yeah, make up something.
Yep. Not many people forget the plane. He's in some rarefied air there, you know what I mean? Oh, what a pretty plane. That Cardinal, Profile Cardinal, what a beautiful design. Everybody should have 3 of them. I'm not prejudiced either, believe me. I think it flies real good. Elliot's got the yellow Cardinal in England. Yeah.
We're trying to get him out and fly when his dad's back up. As far as we know where.
Yeah, he's got some family stuff to address.
Maybe next year, as he said.
I guarantee you one thing, when I go to England, that plane will be flying. Flies well up for you. Flew the yellow one. What are you talking about?
Very lovely, lovely flying plane. When you set the motor correctly.
I won't mention any needle valve jockey winker.
This morning I saw Mike Cassetti.
Yeah.
He texted me. He said that. He said, "Hope you set your motor correctly this year."
Yeah.
Look at that. Huh? What motor is doing now?
I think an OS Max.
Oh, right.
I'm not sure.
I thought so, yeah, that's right. I saw it there. It's not good, yeah.
He works on motors though, so you never know. Oh well, Paul, I hope you can put in a better flight here. He looks like he's the king of the circle right now.
I'm not interested, Paul. I'm going to get motor sorted out first. There I'm happy. I need more nights I think when John turns up. I'll do one more and then I need more nights.
I got 10% fuel in the car.
Yeah, we're trying to have a stop to see what you get. If not, we'll take a gallon of yours.
I got a gallon of 10 I brought for you because I know you guys would probably need it. And see, the nice guy that I am, Paul, even though you don't pay your bills on time.
Hey, I don't pay my bills. Jam pays my bills.
Even though you run a tab, so to speak.
Well, that goes in all the English.
Hey, why don't you do this, Paul? So what was the prescribed change of plan here? Peter, fill us in, because Paul won't tell us. He says Peter's very secretive about everything.
No, he's not. He's quite happy, as you know, to share anything he knows.
Right a lot.
Slightly different atmosphere, different height, different humidity is causing some problems with the normal setup. Now we've gone to a wooden prop, which we don't normally use. We're going to try a barred plug, and if that doesn't work, we're going to try some 10%.
I brought gallons of 10% because I knew the English, in all their wisdom ways, would try.
Have a noisy end of a cheapskate.
Watch out.
They'd be running dishwater if they could. Paul? All right.
Don't hope any miracles. I've got to set this in up first. It's all like nasty weather, Windy.
Yeah, the miracle would be his lips got glued shut.
Windy, you hit the nail on the head.
What would it take to give him an anesthesia, and when he woke up his lips were hot stuff glued shut? He'd go, it's the books deluxe. The B-O-O-K. The books deluxe.
Get it right.
All right. You notice Paul's plane matches the color of duct tape. Is there a message there? Will this man be duct taped to a pole before the meat is out? I guarantee it.
Stunt fly. Call me Ducky.
Oh, Ducky. I painted my plane to match the duct tape because I know you guys were going to duct tape me to a polo. John Brodak gave his full authorization for us to duct tape him too. After the weather we had on the way out here, Raj, it was raining and thundering, and I'm just glad it isn't anything like that. Everybody seems to be getting, they're already starting a second round down there, and
We came round the edge of all that weather yesterday.
yeah. Where'd you fly into, Pittsburgh?
No, Philly.
Oh, Philly, and then you drove out, okay.
6 hours of Paul Windsor.
Oh, God. That'll make you go right to the confessional. Prop sounds like it's too big for the motor.
Not letting it go, is it?
No. Prop seems too big. take an 1/8 inch off each blade tip. That'll definitely help. How much does this weigh? Did he ever weigh it?
Nearly 7 pounds.
Well, I figured that. He lies. He tells me it's 62. You should see these phonies at the team trials. When they took out the scale and everybody had to weigh their plane. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, mine is this. Mine was the heaviest right to the end, and then Winpaul put his plane on. His was a little heavier. I was the king of heavy.
How heavy?
I don't even 68, I think. Whoa! As Paul finishes the 4 Our Fathers, 2 Hail Marys,
And changes his underpants.
and a switch of underpants. Yeah.
No.
That Windy was right. If I just didn't have that damn Velcro holding the tank in, I'd be having a motor on like now. See, but I have no motor on at all. I should listen to Windy. If I would have listened to Windy, I could have been somebody. Show me Velcro on the plans. I don't see it at all.
I'm very photogenic.
He came just to see Wendy.
You bet. He's the star of the video. You got his box? Yeah, we could put Paul Winter in that dog box you're carrying. After we duct tape, we're gonna duct tape him.
Jake, sit.
Jake, don't you jump on Bob Palmer. But Bob Palmer looks so delicious. Those shoes are so nice and clean. Oh God.
He doesn't chew shoes or anything.
He's on bad behavior. How'd you do?
I think I'm in first and intermediate profile with this. I gotta go check school.
All right, all right.
Pulled about fourth with this and advanced old time.
All right, way to go. Way to go. Collect the money. Oh, the wind. What a shame. The wind is, you can see the things blowing. The wind is kicking up here. Called you and he said, I left my plane home. I got it. I got it. I got it. All right, you're okay. I don't care what Mary says about you. Yeah, we're going to give him a special award. He's due. All right. All right, check this out. This is pretty cool. Nice Cardinal, another nice Cardinal. Oh man, Brodak's probably losing a fortune selling those kits. Hey! Believe it or not, that one was... I remember that plane a long time ago. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was Chuck.
Yeah!
Chuck gave it to Frank Patrick.
Yep.
Crashed it.
Right, right.
Yeah, I put a profile on it.
Hey, good enough. Hey.
Yeah, and the wind slapped it down. I don't care.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the wind's getting there. Uh-oh, I hear somebody.
Just get off the ground.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Oh, I see another one. We were just over here watching this guy shoot. How fleeting life can be. All right, now we enter the world of the professional flyer. Clothes to me. Hey, that would match my Miss Ashley plane. I'm looking for a shirt that matches. What happened to Tom Dixon? I didn't see him.
I haven't seen him yet.
I heard his house caught fire or something. They said he had a fire. Not a bad one, but I don't know. Well, bad. Is there a good one, you know?
Well, no.
Yeah, I had a house fire the other day, but it was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Still got the woodpecker going on in here. When are you up, Walt?
Next.
Okay, I'll hang out and get you a flight. I know you're a contender.
This one's cracked up a few times as you can tell.
Yeah.
I made some repairs, but they aren't really windy repairs.
Uh-oh, not windy repairs?
Not windy.
Oh, please. The best repair in the world is not to have to fix it at all.
Let it fly at you, and that's about all.
The Corsairs?
Yeah.
What's this one up here? Is that it's a bird or something?
That's my angel.
Oh, an angel. Corsairs, oh my God. You need Miss Ashley earrings. Now I got to think of a market for Miss Ashley earrings.
I I'd like to get some plain ones so I could paint them like Nikita and
Yeah, of course.
Outlaw.
So if you carve one out of balsa wood, I'll make a mold and we'll make little Nikitas. Maybe we could add to our product line, increasing our sales potential, our market share for the year. We could move into a nice neighborhood where crime wasn't prevalent.
Right.
Drive a car where all the tires had less than 60,000 miles on them. I don't think so, Mommy. Hey, that wind's really starting to blow here, baby.
You're not kidding.
Oh, Walt, be safe. Be safe.
Well, he only bought 4 airplanes. You've heard of people buying a bigger car so they can haul their kids and dogs around.
Yeah.
He had to get a bigger one so he could bring 4 airplanes.
Yeah, put the kids on the roof. You need a car for carry big planes. The one guy, Mike Costello, he packed his whole thing and he left his plane home. He forgot his plane, so we can give him a special award at the...
Well, I was bowling in the league and the lady came to the bowling alley with a portable typewriter one night instead of her bowling ball.
Oh, man. Yes, the human race has made great progress in the last 5,000 years since we all were amoebas or whatever we were then. Well, it looks like at least everybody's going to get one flight here, and if the weather gets any breezier.
That's all they get anyway, one flight a day.
Is that what they're doing tomorrow? One flight each day tomorrow, too? Okay, good. That would make sense. Lindsay in a back circle. What is the name of this plane? A little kitten or something? The combat kitten. Larry, of course, going the true speed of light. You can't even follow it. Now that's more what an old-time stunt plane should look like. Come on, Larry. Tell him, Rusty, that's old-time stunt. I don't think there were any, even in real airplanes. You know what's even better? There were no Russians to make them. Okay, Walt Brownell getting in his first flight, and that wind is a-blowing. It ain't a good, ain't a better. Love that motor run. What a motor run. There we go.
I would suspect there's no Velcro holding this tank in. Just a rough guess. Nice run. Listen to that motor run. Oh, poor winter, eat your heart out. Anyway, we're coming up on the end of the tape. We're going to take a little lunch break, run over and get something to eat. A couple of dozen donuts, probably. Looks like Walt's calling off this flight because of the wind anyway. Just kidding. We're actually getting to the point where it's dangerous to fly. Good time to take a break and switch to a new tape. You guys are so mean. You'll make great stunt flyers. One of your sins if you tell the truth. Now, what's the truth? First, you got to put your name on, because a lot of guys in Australia don't know who you are, even though we know who you are.
Hello, I'm David Meyer.
That's not his real name, but we use a false name, so that he's really on the FBI's list. All right, let's hear the story.
My Nobler's 33 years old. When I was 15 or 16, my brother bought the kit, my older brother.
Means he's 45 right now.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't build it. I asked him, are you going to build this thing? And he said, no. So I said, I think I'm going to build it. So I built it. I took it with me wherever I went, college, got married, didn't fly it. We moved to Denver in 1990. I flew it about 100 times. The motor mount started getting loose. I brought it to a club meeting, and one of the scale builders picked it up and said, I'll take it. So I said, go ahead, take it. It hung in his garage for about 5 years. He brought it to a club auction. After the auction was over, he gave it to another builder. This guy took it home, and about 2 years later, brought it to our mall show. It was bare bones then, and
all stripped to raw wood?
All stripped to the raw wood. Put new motor mounts on it.
Terrific.
And I was walking by one of the tables and saw this Nobler, and
it was yours.
And I said, I used to have one of those, and he picked it up and handed it to me and said, here's your Nobler.
Wow.
And he had rebuilt the fuselage.
So all you had to do is cover it and go fly it.
I covered it, painted it up, and it's back in action.
All right, I like to hear stories like that. See, my story is different. I find something and the next day I crash it.
Well,
I am just having a lucky guess. This might be a wave off for Rich Run. But knowing Al Knight, it might not be a wave off. Anyway, I said again, we are near the end. I don't want to get to the end of a tape, be in the middle of talking to somebody and it runs out of tape, so try to leave 4 or 5 minutes at the end. All right, we're going to lunch. We're going to change tapes. Good move, Al.
Occam's razor.
What's the name of it?
Occam's razor.
What does that mean in biblical terms?
Occam was a quantum physicist, and his razor or saying was that all things else being equal, the simplest solution to a problem is usually the correct one.
Occam's razor. And this is the half-A version, and we have a 650 square inch version almost done too.
No trouble starting the engine back there?
Pull down it's a very large elevator on the canard. You fold that down and just...
Oh, I mean, you're not gonna, you can't even get electric started.
No, exactly.
Cool.
We've had the prototype was about like this, almost no problem.
Yeah, cool. What kind of engine is that?
That's one of the AMEs, the 061.
Cool.
I wanted to have it done here, but I just didn't get a chance. But
So run into the shop and finish it.
check out the dead side view on it.
Yeah. Where do the landing gears go?
The landing gear, the main gear comes out of the fuselage here with wheel pants.
Okay.
And another landing gear comes out of the center of the canard. It comes down with a little rosebud wheel pan on it.
Like a Varieze?
Like a Varieze.
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
As a matter of fact, there's a gentleman out on the West Coast that's been helping me with this, sort of an unknown canard guy named Bert Rattan.
Yeah, I talk to Bert all the time. He's been real helpful with composites, though.
Yeah.
You want to get buried in composite information?
Yeah.
Tell him you're building something with composites.
He's a neat guy.
Yeah. I've been tempted to join the EAA just to...
And Dean Pappas also did a lot of the aerodynamics.
Yeah.
But I did all the aesthetics. So.
Does that have dihedral in it too?
Huh?
I can't tell. Hold it dead on front, Bob.
He wants to get a side view here, huh?
So here, we can kill two birds with one stone. You know what it is? It looks like it has dihedral when you look at